Well, good morning. You're very welcome to the latest walk in the Roy's Walk series. We're over at Studland, or at least on the Studland Road, and we're heading down towards the Goathorn Peninsula. It's about half a mile from the ferry, the path. Again, as always, I'll show a map in the video. It is a bit wet and windy today. And no guarantees we're going to stay dry. Probably a pretty flat walk, this one. It's going over Newton Heath, and later I'm going to touch on Newton Heath. Shouldn't be too far, but we're heading down towards some of the oil well sites in this area. We won't see them because they're all massively hidden. But it should be a nice walk, not long. But enough to work up an appetite. So, come along with me. As you can see, this is very easy walking. I think it's part of the Purbeck Way. And it's also a very well known cycle track, one I've done many times. And you can walk from here, or cycle from here, and end up very easily in Quay Castle, or using the tracks on this lower level. It's beautiful. So we're just about half a mile from the road now, and just reached this rather tucked away little house. And a beautiful place to live. And better still, they offer you free range eggs with an honesty box. Very nice too. So yeah, just entered this sort of copse-like area. When we get to a little bit further on, I can see a bit more. I'll give it a bit of orientation, because we're not that far from the Agglestone, a walk I did back last winter, and we're fairly close to that, probably on the way back. This part is fairly enclosed, and it's just a beautiful woodland walk, as you can see. And we're going to carry on down here through Newton Heath and along, say, towards the roads that will run to the oil farms, and then we're gonna go left and head up in the direction of Studland, and then do a sort of a loop. So I'll pick up when we get some views, so I can give better description exactly where we are and what's in front of us. So we've just walked past Goathorn Farm, and we have some traffic. As you can see, well, that is probably serving the wells, I expect. But yes, on this metal track, or minor road, and this heads all the way down towards the next part of the Purbeck Way. And actually, because it's so quiet, without too many lorries, it's actually a lovely place to walk. And over to our left, through the trees, and looking back, almost backwards, you've got Newton Heath over in that direction, and the Agglestone. And this is heading more or less straight towards the edge of the harbour now. So we've reached the part of the path where the scenery opens up, and we're looking towards there, the Goathorn Peninsula, and then into Newton Bay. This, of course, is part of Newton Heath. Then we're looking over there towards Green Island and Furzy Island. Behind those are Brownsea Island. And then we head on. This is the main path that takes us towards the track that heads ultimately towards Quay Castle and Wareham. And behind me, of course, it goes over to the ferry and to Studland. Weather's holding up so far, so fingers crossed. Well, for those of you that know your mushrooms and fungi, there's a rather fine-looking fella. And when I get home, I'll find out what it is, because I have no idea. Edible or not edible? I'm not going to take my chances, but beautiful, beautiful. So we just walked through the open field there, and we've reached Ower farm. You can see it's down there, and you can see the harbour there in the background. You can see the sea cat that goes over to Guernsey and Jersey, and the path now starts to turn to the left, and we go down here, and the path splits. You can go straight on or turn left, and we're going to turn left and head up towards Newton Heath. So down here, sky looks a bit worrying, but we've got ones waterproof. So, and of course up there on the hilltop, that's Ballard Down, and the ridge walk all the way along to Quay Castle up there. Beautiful colours, autumn colours. It's the 30th of October today. Clocks went back last night. Got an hour's extra rest, and now we're using it. Well, I've just turned right off the track, and thought we'd just pop down to Ower Quay, which is about 3/4 of a mile down this track. It's not part of the circular route, so to speak, but it is a nice spot, so hopefully we'll get some nice pictures of it down there. Then we'll turn back, go back to the crossroads, and then we'll head back towards well, the signpost said Kingswood Farm, but we're not going there, but it's more towards Newton Heath and Newton Heath. But it'd be nice if the rain holds off a bit. If not, it doesn't. So far I'm getting a bit wet now. So this is about a 1.5 mile detour down here and back to Ower Quay. I think it's often visited. This is a trackway to somebody's cottage, and thought we'd go and see this. I've not seen it before, and part of Poole Harbour that is rarely visited, for fairly obvious reasons. It's out of the way. It's not on the main cycle track, so people don't come down here. So I thought it'd be nice to show you, see it myself for the first time. And again, we'll get a different view of Green Island and Furzy Island. You might get a glimpse of Brownsea from this angle. And I think the latest shower has just passed, so stop getting wet now. It's all good. Well, I'm nearly the end of this track now. What a tucked away place this is. Good heavens. It's a real mission to get to as well. Somebody's obviously here, but what a mission. And that's obviously the person's property. And this is where the path takes us through here. And hopefully we're going to come to the the water's edge in a minute. This is going to be fun. As you can see, not walk down that often. Oh, lovely. Right. One of those hidden little tracks. Oh, there's the house. Wow. Huh. It's like the sort of stuff you read about in blighting books. Good heavens. And where's going down here? And you can start to see the sea on the left now. Wow. What a place. That was worth the walk. Let's get a bit close and I'll pick it up. So this could be our beach, I guess. Our Quay beach. So there we have it. Green Island, Furzy Island, Brownsea Island. Starting to rain quite heavily now. Looking around, heading towards Arn, and then there's this really tucked away cottage, literally in the middle of nowhere. Wow. Well, I'm sheltering under a country at the moment, hoping the rain's going to stop in a second, with that wonderful scenery in the background. I'm going to hoof it back up to the crossroads of the track Quay next, and then head off towards Goathorn Heath and Newton Heath, and I'll pick it up in a minute, but we're going to start heading back now and hope this rain goes away. Well, it's very windy, so apologies for the wind noise, but I couldn't not get the beautiful rainbow. It really has formed now. Wow. So it must be sunny. Look at that. Pot of gold there. Pot of gold there. Okay, so we're back at the junction of the track, sort of crossroads. That way goes down towards Newton Heath. I just walked down towards Ower Quay, down there, 3/4 of a mile, and we're now heading off towards Newton Heath up here, and if you more sort of veer off to the right, Kingswood Farm. So off we go, and here comes some more rain. So we've just come across a minor road there. The path, that is signpost, you can see there, says up to Kingswood Farm, as we know, but that's way out of our way. So I'm going to head down this Forestry Commission track, and then I'll join up with a footpath that takes us back to more or less where we started. So should be easy. So walk down here, look for a footpath going from left to right, and we'll see whether we get there without getting wet again. Well, that's what we walked up, looking back down towards the Goathorn Peninsula, and over there on the left hand side over the Ower Peninsula. This has turned into a Forestry Commission gravel track now. Through the trees there you can just about see the Studdle and the path up to Old Harry. Carry on walking up here and hope at some point we'll find a path off to the left. And I have to come to put my waterproofs on, and it looks like I'm going to need them some more. Well, the first part of this walk I was meeting quite a few cyclists, other walkers, and we've lost everybody now. Middle of this wood. Forestry Commission land. Easily get disorientated in Forestry Commission because it all looks the same. But this is basically just going straight. There's a track off there to the right. I'm 99% sure it's not mine. So I'm looking for more of a proper footpath. Again, at the end of the video I'll leave a map of the route. So if you want to follow this, you can do. I think it'd be a lovely walk before a nice dinner over at Sandbanks Hotel or one of the other restaurants in Poole. It'd be absolutely beautiful. Ideally, perhaps when it's not quite as rainy as it is today. There we go. Looks like let's head off towards, heading off towards the ridge line. That heads off towards Quay Castle, that does. Probably meets the other path going called Kingswood Farm. And Kingswood Farm I know well because I camped there as a scout back in my youth, a sea scout that is, with my patrol. Just us in a field, quite permission of the farmer, and I now know it's a bit of a landmark, so I know exactly where it is. Now this should be opening up and we should be getting close to Newton Heath in a second. And that course is where the Agglestone is, and we might just get a glimpse of the Agglestone. And if we do, I'll take some video of it. So we're just on the edge of Newton Heath now. The Isle of Purbeck, and you're able to see the Isle of Purbeck Golf Club, just sitting on the edge there. There's up there. And then somewhere up there, and I can't identify it today. It's a little murky. There's the Egglestone. And then because you drop down into Studland over there. So we're going to be heading down here and rejoin the track towards Greenslade Farm and then back to the car. So we've come to the end of the track, so the edge of the heath. Just heading down towards this little bridge. Not sure whether we can ford it with my feet or whether I've got to go over the bridge or not. See how deep it is. That's pretty deep. At least my 30-year-old boots is. So we've got a sensible route. And head up here, and it should take us back towards the car. Don't look through the gate because this should join up with the main track now. Yeah, that looks familiar. See what the signposts say, shall we? There we are, Newton Heath. That way, just come from Newton Heath and Rempston, Greenlands Farm and Ferry Road, where we're going now. So we're going to hang a left, and Greenlands Farm is pretty much where the car is, down here. So and that's about just about a quarter of a mile, so nearly back. So we've just come from down there to join the track we started off on, which was this one here, and see Goathorn Peninsula in the background. Back to the farm and the car. Really hope you've enjoyed this walk. It's not on top of the hills like normal, but beautiful nonetheless, and a real chance to see some parts of Port Harbour that most people don't get to see. You know, the Goathorn Peninsula, Ower, Quay, really are quite unique places, and you get quite a different view of the harbour when you get on your foot and have a look. This will have been about maybe 4.5 miles, maybe a bit less, but it's very flat, very easy walking, not really muddy, and it's easy to extend it or shorten it. Got a decent map with you. I could have extended it today, but with the weather I thought we'll keep it short and give a few more options when people come out to this part of the countryside. But anyway, so I really hope you've enjoyed this this excursion with me, and I hope you'll join me next time we go out. See you soon. So here's a map of the walk. You can see where I came across the chain ferry. That's over here, and then drove down here, and there's a bend in the road. Come a bit further, and there's a lay-by just here. Parked on the lay-by, and then walked down this gravel track and the lower coloured route past Greenlands Farm, all along here past the Goathorn Farm, heading by the Goathorn Peninsula plantation, then had those nice views over Newton Bay, then down to Ower Farm. At Ower Farm I took the detour down to the Ower Quay, which is down there, about 3/4 mile, then back here to the crossroads, back here along the forestry track this way, carried along here, another forestry track, It's Newton Heath, and then edged on to Newton Heath, and back down this way, slightly higher path, down here, join the track towards Williams Farm, a bit higher up, then back to the car, and yeah, about 4, maybe 4.5 miles. But I hope you enjoy.